Welcome to an experiment. This is going to be the ponytail video that I promised you. It's going to be how I style this particular fake ponytail in a couple of different ways, maybe three. And I wore it all three of these ways when we were on the cruise. And I have been through quite a process trying to find a ponytail that would work with mainly the color of my hair and the thickness and just an overall good one. And it has been quite a process. I think I have purchased either 3 or 4 and I've returned all of them but one. Also, it's the color because, as many of you know, I'm letting my hair go gray, and the front is a color that I absolutely love. The back is not. The back is the old worn off blonde that I'm waiting for it to grow off. And also in the back I have a lot of my darker color that has grown in with the blonde on the tips, but it still doesn't have a lot of gray in it. So it's been a process. For some reason, as a creator, it's very difficult for me to do hair videos because it's hard for me to film them. I almost have to film in this bathroom, and I would prefer not to have the camera showing in the mirror, so it's not easy. But I'm going to give it my best shot, and we're gonna show you what this is all about, how I've done it. Hopefully, if your hair is long enough to hold a ponytail, to make some kind of a little knob, if you want a ponytail too, you can have one. So now many of you know also that I do have some of the buns that I wear from time to time, but today we're talking specifically about ponytails. Now, I started looking, and I looked everywhere. I looked on Amazon, I looked on Pinterest, I looked on Etsy. I've looked at some of the wig companies, and I was just not finding anything that I thought would work. And if I thought it would work, it was super pricey. And I just didn't want to spend a whole lot of money for one. So I remembered to go on HSN and QVC. And I did find some on QVC that I thought might work. Number 1, the styles, and number 2, the color. I believe there were 2 brands, the Hairdo and the Tony Bratton. And so I ordered the first one. Well, one of them, let me just say, was super big. And although it only probably came down to my shoulders, it was a huge amount of hair. And even though my hair is longer and it is coarse, it's thinner, I have a lot of it. And when I put it up in a little knob, as I call it, to clip the ponytail on, the ponytail wouldn't stay on. It was too heavy and it just drooped, and I couldn't make it tight. So I knew that if I wore it out, I would stand a chance of it falling off or just draping down, pulling down. So that one went back. Then I ordered one that was long, but it was super fine, meaning that there weren't very many hairs in it or fibers. And these, by the way, these were not real hair, they were fibers. And which basically means the fibers have the curl manufactured into them. But anyway, this one was just long and stringy. That's the only way I can describe it, long and stringy. And it may have been the one that came with one of the buns too. I didn't like it, sent it back. It was just not enough hair for me. And then I ordered the one that I wound up keeping. And I am very, very pleased with it. I will show it to you in just a minute, but it's thick and it's a little bit on the heavy side, but I have figured that out. And it's, longer, but I can still do a couple of things with it. Let me first of all show you the hairpiece, the ponytail. This is it. And I believe, although this color to me in person looks silver, it looks like it's a perfect match for my hair. I believe this one is listed as white. And I will have all of this for you below this video, so you can just click that more word and it will open up the box where I'll have everything. I'll have even the ones that I sit back in case those may be ones that you would work better for you. They just didn't work for me. But anyway, you can see this is curly and it has a lot of hair and it's not too terribly long. And it's on a claw clip to attach to your nub or my nub. Now you can also flip this one upside down. I believe this is the Tony Bratton one. Don't hold me to it, but I believe it is. It'll be below. But you can turn it upside down and you can see that it's longer. It is longer and has a sort of a different curl pattern to it. So you can wear it either way. It suits you or suit yourself, let me put it that way. So let me show you what else I needed to make this work. I knew that I would need some bobby pins because I could tell that it had a little bit of weight to it and I sure didn't want it to fall out. So I went looking for some silver bobby pins. In my area, I couldn't find them. Went on Amazon, they had them. And I bought this box and I'm telling you, they were like all of these. There must be hundreds in there, I don't remember. But I want to say they were like $3 or $4 for this box. And this is what they look like. I know you can't see it, but, and they're really strong bobby pins. I'm telling you, they hold. They're not flimsy. So I got those. I needed something for my ponytail, so I found a gray elastic band, and you can find these anywhere, and put it around my wrist. That was pretty much it. My brush, obviously, and maybe a comb and some hairspray. So I'm going to reposition my camera and we'll show you how I did it. Actually, in adjusting my camera here, I may not look into the mirror or show you into the mirror. You'll probably see me turn around and look into the mirror. But let me start with taking my hair down. I just have it up in one of these clips. And my hair, and you can see the color. Now I will say that everything I've read is that you probably should choose a color for your hairpiece that matches the ends of your hair. I didn't want that. That's what I'm trying to hide. I want this. So I did just the opposite of what I was reading. And this is second day. I washed my hair 2 days ago, so it's not completely clean at all. And I'm just going to pull it up. As a matter of fact, yeah, I'm just going to pull it up the way I would if I were making a ponytail. I'm using my viewfinder mainly. And get it sort of tight. And I'm gonna, get my comb, and you see what I've done here. I'm gonna pull it up, and you may want bangs. And this would be a good time. This would be a good time to fix your bangs. Look at this. What is this? I can fix that. I'm not worried about that. All right. I'm going to take the ponytail Oh, I'm not through. I forgot something. I'm going to pull my rubber band. I'm going to take this rubber band out because you get to see the mistakes too. Well, I might as well go ahead and fix that bump. Get it all up high. Do it a couple of times, and then I'm going to squeeze open that, or stretch open that elastic and grab my ponytail. And I'll do this, and I'm going to make what I call a knob, and then I'm going to tighten it. And that's when we get this funky thing going on here. For me, I want it tight. And I'm just going to straighten this out. I sort of like the unevenness of this. But you can see the difference in the color. Okay, take the ponytail. Open it. And I am pulling this up so that I can get it all in that. Now I'm telling you, that is on there. And okay, here's what I don't like. See this? So we're going to redo that. Just pull that down a little bit. Make sure that clamp is straight up and down. Okay, that's better. I need to get a mirror. All right, I have my trusty mirror. Listen, I could wear this just like that. And I will tell you that this is pretty sturdy. And I can play with it a little bit. Here's one thing that I don't like right off the bat is you can almost, I think anybody who looked at me that didn't know me would know that this is not my hair. Okay, we have to accept that. This is not my hair. It's obviously not. But my hair, I can't imagine, would be this thick. But I'm going to take just a strand of this from the hairpiece, from the ponytail, and sort of maybe zhuzh it just a little bit. I'm taking one of my bobby pins and I'm just going to push it in, and hopefully you can see a lot of this is just playing with it. And what I did when I was on the cruise ship, for a couple of reasons. You know, if you're outside on a cruise ship, it's windy. And so what I did is I took my pins and I went inside, sort of parted my hair and went inside and grabbed some and pinned it and then went back over it. And I did a few of these around it. Just go in like that and just anchor it into my hair. And I did it all around until I probably 4 or 5 of them until I was really, see, that's not going anywhere. And I promise you that when I was on the cruise, I did not get it this secure. I really do like the curl in this. Now, if my hair were shorter, let's talk about this for a second. If you have shorter hair, I mean, even if it's like this, if you can get it in the tiniest little nub, you can do this. Your hair doesn't have to be as long as mine. What I would do is before I clamped my ponytail on, I would pull my hair back after I have the nub up, and I would take these bobby pins, and I literally would just do a circle holding this hair back. Of course, I'm going to spray it, but I would just pin my hair back all the way around so that it doesn't pull out of that nub if your hair is really short. So bear that in mind, that your hair doesn't have to be long. I mean, obviously a pixie, you would have a hard time doing it. Unless you have a really short haircut that has a long front and sides, and maybe it's wedged in the back or tapered. This is going to cover that. You just need to get it out of the way, maybe with a lot of really good, strong, super hold hairspray. Just get it up, pin it, because the ponytail is going to come down long enough to cover it up. So let's look at this. And you can do all kinds of things with it. So that's one way of wearing it. And I wore it this way 2 or 3 nights, just in a ponytail. But something else that I did, because I didn't take that bun with me, and something else I did is I actually made a bun out of this. And actually 2 different versions. But what I did is, and this takes a lot of zhuzhing, but once I had it in, before I think I left it anchored, but what I did is I started taking my hair. Did you see what I did there? I just took it, hold it down, wrapped it here. Try not to do this with my teeth. And I just pinned it in. And then I came back here and did it again. And this makes a super messy bun. Just find a spot, pin it in. And there's so many wispies that I can take to cover up these bobby pins if I want to. I'm gonna sort of separate some here. You'll need several bobby pins. Okay. You know, when it's hot outside, I live in Florida. I'm just going to pin that right there because it's not quite enough to wrap around the way I want it to. Pin it in. Tell you what, girlfriends and guy friends, this is on there. Let's see what that looks like. Get my... We can do this. You know, you can always pull some wispies out. And work with it all that you want to. And I have a bun what I would do, even if I had a ponytail, I would spray it. And I love this TRESemme Extra Hold Hairspray. This is my little travel size from the cruise. Sort of holds it in place. When I get outside in the wind on that ship, it's going to be blowing all over the place anyway, so it's not going to be perfect. But that is my bun. And if I wanted to do some little wispies around my face, I could certainly do that with my hair. And like I said, if you wear bangs, you could do your bangs. I think sort of all messed up. You could even pull some curls out on the nape of your neck. What do you think? I like it. It's a lot of hair, but I like it. I have one other way that I'm going to show you, and I'm going to have to stop the camera again and get set up for it. I've got to take all of this down. So let me tell you, when you come home at night and you have to take all of this out, that sort of becomes a project of its own. Here. I don't have all of them, but I have a bunch of them. I think I got them all, but there's still some in my head around that nub. Let me show you what I'm going to do. All right, I just turned my camera around because I realized I could probably do this right here. I'm going to take my ponytail and open it, and I just need something that I can clip it to that will hold it a little bit steady. And I have it turned so that it's on the longer side, and I am going to braid this very loosely. And I think most of us probably know how to braid. Just talk amongst yourselves. I did not bring another, oops, did I hit the camera? I did not bring another ponytail holder in here, so I'm just going to use one of these bobby pins to hold that. Okay, now I'm going to turn the camera back around. All right, I'm going to reach over and get this. Here it is. Oops, look, that's okay. I'm going to sort of just bring this around. Look, I'm gonna just sort of wrap this up. Look at that. I love that. And I'm gonna take another pin and see if I can. It worked. I still have this. I'll do something with it. I think I'm going to do this upside down. I sort of like the looks of this. Squeeze it open. Get it on the knob. And I think, I think you can see more of my blonde dark color with this. But just like with that ponytail, I'm going to anchor it. Let me get my mirror. And you know, oops, I'm gonna have some of my dark hair hanging out there, and I'm just gonna tuck that under and hide it. And obviously this is darker, but you know what? This could look almost natural looking too. But I can arrange all of these little braids however I want them. I like this. I think I need to work some on the back. And you could even pull your ponytail low with your nub and put it right in the back for a very sophisticated look, or maybe over to one side. You could even do your ponytail low. Let me turn around. What do you think? A little spray. And I'm ready to go. Just remember, you remember to use a lot of bobby pins. But in my mirror, in my light, in my viewfinder on my camera, this ponytail is a very good match to to the color that I love about my hair. All this front part. I don't want to color it. I hope it stays like this forever. I don't think it will, but I like it. Do you have a ponytail that you use, that you wear? I mean, I like having this one. I think as I use it more, I'll be a lot more comfortable with it. And just like with anything, our makeup, whatever we do, we have to practice to get good at it. And I tell you all the time to sit in front of your mirror and play with your makeup. Play with different eye looks. Figure out different eye shapes and colors, and what colors look better on you and what colors don't, you know. And it's just trial and error. I don't think, as I've said, I just don't think there is anyone fit for every single person. But we can play with a lot of different ideas and figure out what works for us. If the idea of wearing a ponytail out in public, or a wig, or a little topper appeals to you, it's something that you would like to do, but you're self-conscious of it, what I say is put it on. Get it the way you like it. Figure it out. Wear it around the house. Stay in the house all day and just wear it. And from time to time, glance at yourself in the mirror and go, oh, okay, I like this. Yeah. And get comfortable with seeing yourself. Listen, I've been out and about, and I've seen women, you know, on trips and travel, and guess what? It's very obvious they're wearing a wig. I mean, I've seen some pretty bad ones, and I bet you have too. But that's okay. If the person wearing it feels good about herself, that's all that matters. It doesn't matter whether anybody else likes it or thinks it's fake or whatever. If you like it, it's wonderful. If I like it on me, it's wonderful. But until you might have to wear it at home for a few days or a week and wear it around your family. You know, let them get used to seeing you and you get used to being around them. Okay, I think that's all I have to say about this ponytail. Let me know what you think. Would you do this? Would you wear any one of these styles? I hope so. I hope so. It doesn't matter our age. We just want to feel good about ourselves. If we want to get fillers or facelifts or Botox or treatments, it's okay. It's all okay if it makes us feel better about ourselves. We're all beautiful. We're all beautiful. Don't forget to take care of yourself. Be kind to yourself so that you can be kind to others. Know that I love you, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.